This Montgomery County recreation area is ready for an onslaught of visitors for camping, picnicking, and other activities, amid reminders of a year ago when a vicious tornado outbreak curtailed any activities. 1 year ago, on May 21, 2024, the peace and tranquility of Hacklebarney Woods County Park was disturbed by an EF3 tornado, the same tornado that tore down the Montgomery County Communications Tower near Villisca. 1 year later, most of the park has been rebuilt. The structures damaged are standing anew. There are other signs, however, of the force of nature that disturbed a place of nature. 1 year later, Montgomery County Conservation Director Jared Spinagle still can't believe the damage.
It's kind of amazing the path they can take and what they choose to destroy and what they don't.
Spinagle says the damage spanned the park's entire length, from the equestrian area to both campgrounds. Some of the visitors were lucky to escape the carnage.
The residents of those campers were here. In talking with them, they kind of got an inkling that maybe they should leave about 15 minutes before the tornado came through. Their campers were completely toppled and tossed, so it's a really good thing that they did leave when they did.
In our 1 year anniversary tour, Spinagle also reflected on damage to other areas of the park.
Big shelter that had electricity run to it before the tornado come through, and it's all buttoned up and fixed now. But then we've got a kind of a smaller non-electric shelter there off to the side. Both of those were completely destroyed. About where we're standing is where the roof of this shelter was sitting after the tornado had gone through. Our concrete shelter, or pit toilet, I guess is what we call it, was completely untouched for some reason. It can't be 20 yards from the shelters that were destroyed, but so I say those tornadoes, they kind of do weird things like that. They kind of pick and choose what they want to destroy, and then they'll leave the neighboring structures alone.
Those shelters and other structures are rebuilt. You don't have to drive very far to see the tornado's remnants. The most vivid reminder of the tornado that roared through Hacklebarney is on the trail system that goes through the park. The tree damage that's still visible here is breathtaking. Heavy damage was inflicted on the area where the three trails converge, leaving the trails impassable and unrecognizable for a time.
I'm back in here quite a bit, just working, whether I'm, mowing trails or checking to see if anything fell on it. And it's still, every time I get to this spot, it's like, wow, that's pretty impressive what it did.
Spinagle says the May 21st, 2024 tornado taught an important lesson. Be prepared for severe weather no matter where you are.
Here in Tornado Alley, it's not really anything to mess with. It's something you really need to be concerned about this time of year and be ready for.
Now, Jared Spinagle is thankful that most of the structures damaged here at Hacklebarney have been rebuilt, and that the park is available for another group of campers who want to enjoy nature on Memorial Day weekend. And hopefully, Jared says this Memorial Day weekend is a lot less eventful. For KMA News, I'm Mike Peterson.